Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to today's wonderful edition of Generation Next TV show on Orange TV Channel 59 and also Star Times and NMAJU. My name is ESTHER and I'm so glad to welcome you to today's edition. And as you know, we discuss issues that bothers the young person. Today, we're talking about challenges in business startups. And with me in the studio today is not actually a very, in fact, a young at heart person. Just take that one from me like that. Young at heart. She's a certified nurse in the US that now turned to an Owerri-based businesswoman. She's no other person than Mrs. Ola Maduka Okofor. And you're welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Esther.
So glad to.
Hi, everyone.
She's quite a very jolly fellow, you understand. I say she's young at heart, like she's very young. So can you tell us about yourself? Can you introduce yourself?
Like you said, my name is Ola Maduka Okofor. I'm a Nigerian citizen, but I've been in the US practically all my life. I left Nigeria when I was 17 years old, and I just came back, and I'm trying to start a business as a way of helping the youth to get employment.
What's your business name actually, and what do people do?
It's Credonia Limited. Primary function is Airbnb, service apartments, as you call it. And we have a pharmacy department. We do distributor for drugs directly from manufacturers.
Wow,
there's nothing bought from anywhere, no Onisha Bridge medications. They all come from reputable manufacturers, Rambaxi, Phaeton, all these companies. We're getting our meds directly from them. And then we have the supermarkets. We offer everything from local goods to foreign goods. Okay,
so if I just all around, you understand, doing everything. So I actually brought her here in the studio so that she can use her wealth of experience to actually teach you one or two about business startups. Because I was asking her some questions, behind stage to actually get to know what she has to offer to you and the reason why she's doing it. So why actually doing this? Why did you said you were a certified nurse abroad, and that gives people big money.
Yes.
But that's some people's dream. That's their life dream. So you left all that to come here to do what?
I was a labor and delivery nurse in the United States for almost more than 20 years. It was a well-paying job, very good paying job. But I retired, and my goal was to come back. Like I said, I left while I was 17. And I came back now to Nigeria. I love it so much, and Imo State is my home, and I love it so much. And we want to give back to the youth. So everything we're doing is geared towards giving back to the youth. We've done some charity work before, where we start up businesses for individuals and give them money to do whatever business they want to do. Market women, give them money to start up their own businesses. But now we are facing the young people, but we want not just to hand out money, but we want to train you, on how to start your own business down the line. But you must learn from somebody.
Yeah.
So right now we are employing youth graduates that have been unemployed for years. We are giving them an opportunity to do something meaningful, to learn the business aspects from ground up. In all aspects.
Okay.
So we're hiring people, for whatever reason why we hire you, we're cross-training them in all aspects of our business. So whenever an opportunity comes out, you can move from one area to the other.
Okay.
You know, and if you don't want to work for us anymore, you can also use us as a platform to get another kind of job, because now you've been trained and you're qualified. Because sometimes people just want an opportunity to enter. You know what I'm saying? They just want an opportunity to start somewhere. So now you can use us as a background. But please do not think because you work for us means we're going to say you're good if you're not. So we want to create that training ground
for young people.
Right.
Wow,
Excellent.
that's nice. So how has it been so far?
Right now we are still on the opening stages of by tomorrow, September the 4th, is our grand opening. So all our people will be ready, you know. So yeah, it's been a lot of work getting the service apartment ready. We have 6 flats, you know, the 3-bedroom executively furnished for travelers and people who just want to take a break from the kitchen, and husbands and wife who wants to take a break. And
let me ask you a question, because actually our own interest here is how the young person gets to benefit from what you're doing, because that's what we do here. We give out opportunities to young people. So now we're talking about starting a service apartment business. Do you think it's something a young person can do? Yes.
Well, it's capital intensive business, you know, because most of the time is your own structure, is your own building. But like I said before, if you work with us, you know now you can start anything at any level. If you have a 2-bedroom apartment, you can rent one out to somebody and share the cost. You know, so if you train yourself in something, as you graduate into it, it becomes easier to do it. You know, knowledge is more than money, honestly, in every aspect of life. If you acquire knowledge, you can do anything.
And do you think this is a particular type of business that people are not so aware of the potentials, the financial potentials in it? Do you think people are aware of it? Are people venturing into it? Do you think young people even know something about service apartments and the business like?
I think so, because there's a few here in nowhere. But you know, it depends on how upscale you want to do it, or how just you can have a 1-bedroom, like if somebody's coming, you know, like in every other country, you know, like if they're having a Super Bowl or they're doing some function, they're having a concert, you can rent out some rooms in your house for somebody, you know, the musicians or whoever is coming to stay. But we are more of a business design just to do this, you know, so we have well-equipped kitchens for families, you know.
No, what I'm saying is this. Do you think the young person, as in young people around, for how long have you stayed? Like since you came back, how long have you been around trying to set up your business and all that?
Personally, myself, it's been like 3 or 4 months.
Now?
But we have been doing this project for a long time.
I know,
building
like,
the building.
You've been on ground.
Yeah, 4 months now.
4 months now, fine.
Yeah.
So now, from your 4 months experience, do you think young people are even aware of the opportunities in service apartments? Do you think they're even aware of opportunities in this kind of business? Do you think people around there know something about it?
I think they do, because I get a lot of information from my staff, and all my staff is like the oldest should be about 30 years and down. Yeah,
wow.
They're pretty much young, and they're very savvy. They're the ones that, let's do this way, you know. I listen to their opinions. They're very handful. So yeah, they know, you know, all their service apartments, and they know the clients that need. So it's not from lack of knowledge. I think they are really savvy, very, very savvy, you know. So
thank God, that's so glad to know, because sometimes when you talk about businesses, young people venture into around there are some they pay attention to, like the makeup, the hair, this, you know, those kinds of things. Those things that are a little bit flashy and easy to learn.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to know that young people are embracing opportunities in the service apartment industry. Now let's talk about challenges you face starting up this business. So what challenges do you think people face in having business startups?
As a young person, you need to understand that everything you do in life, there are challenges. You do not give up because you are running into challenges. The challenges are really what makes you strong, you know, if you pay attention to what you're doing. But for us as business people right here, in the few months I've been here, the most challenging things are government bureaucracies, getting certain papers and all, I don't know why it takes forever. Maybe that's the way it's set up. May not be anybody's fault, but it's still a problem, and as a business person, it's waste of time. We need to just find a way to stop too much bureaucracy, so business can move on. It's not the role of government per se to create jobs for, young people. It's the role of individual businesses. Right now I have more than 15 employees and I've only been here for 4 months. You know what I mean? So if they take away a lot of all these bureaucracies, we can just move things a little bit further and do things in a more quick fashion. Right. Another big challenge we face is in internet issues. If somebody wants to buy something and you cannot have connection for them to pay, and like all day long. Yesterday my sister went to the market. She was stranded because we could not remit money for her. The whole day she was just hanging around in the market. When are you sending the money? Well, it's not from trying. We're trying, but the bank says, I'm sorry, our system is down.
Wow.
So, you can't tell the person in the market the system is down where they've already traveled to go and buy stuff, you know what I mean? So these little challenges, it's not like we cannot overcome them, but it's something as a nation we need to work on, Put a satellite up in the sky, that will help,
Thank God you're laughing. Thank God you're laughing too.
I believe we are an oil producing nation. Loud, there's nothing we cannot do.
Okay, so you think the challenges here are actually bureaucracies and some of these internet for this kind of business? That's actually the major challenge.
And security is also a severe problem. My hats off to those who are trying to protect us, but sometimes I think they overdo it. 20 checkpoints in 5 minutes does not help anybody, especially if you're going on a business. I personally don't want to be stopped 20 times. I'm not a criminal, and I hate to be treated as one. You know what I mean? And now it's getting dangerous. When you blockade all the roads and you leave a narrow road for transporters who wants to get to where they're going. So every day we get in your car wrecked by these people. I don't blame them. I don't blame the policeman who's his job to check. But I just need somebody to look into it and say, do we really need 20 checkpoints in 5 minutes? It's just an honest question. As a businesswoman, I'm finding it very offensive. It's very detrimental to my business and to my health.
Do you know, I think I know what your issues are. Let's just move ahead. Now, concerning the problems you've listed, you've talked about bureaucracies, and I think that's actually a challenge, especially for a young person who is actually finding his feet safe, his or her feet on a particular. I think it's crazy, and maybe you don't know anybody, they even have the capacity to withstand some of the pressure that comes with these bureaucracies. Now, do you have any problem getting staff?
No.
Or with your staff?
The first day I advertised, actually, a lot of people showed up, so it's, no, not at all.
Okay, what about working relationship with some young people that work for you? Is that a problem in business? Do you think you're having an issue with that?
One thing with Nigerian society is very respectful. Our people are really very respectful, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that of our youth. I was very surprised. They say, mommy, ma'am, coming from where I am, we don't call every woman mommy, and all that. So when they say that, there's something it grabs in my heart, like these people think I'm their mother, So, you take care of them like that. So all my staff is, it's wonderful, really.
So you've not had a challenge with staff. But people have, I think the problem here is that some employers of labor actually need to check their mindset here, because this is the first time I'm hearing that an employer of labor doesn't have a problem with employees, young employees. This is the first time I'm hearing that, because most people come on this and the problem with them is I have issues with my staff that are young people. That's what they tell us here. So I think maybe from the notion you have from somewhere and you're comparing it, that means the young people in Nigeria are not so bad.
No, not at all. Actually, I appreciate that, because, and another thing is, there is nothing I ask you to do that I will not do myself. So when I go to work, I take off my shoes. If I ask them to bring something down from upstairs, I say, come on, people, let's go. So I'm going with them.
Okay.
If they're carrying one basket on their head, I'm carrying one too. So they see me doing it.
Okay,
So why
you're actually involved,
Oh,
not like
yes.
your additional
No, no,
orders.
I-
Some young employee, I think you need to learn this from her. It's not about standing in one pedestrian like that, you're in one place, dishing out orders to your subordinate. If you want your young staff, your young employees to actually help
Yes.
you work out your business, you have to be involved
Involved
in
in
their
it,
process, in their
right.
own life.
Right.
Because this is the first time ever I'm hearing this, that someone doesn't have a problem with his employee. I'm telling you the truth, I get it a lot. That's the first thing to tell you. The solar people, everybody, that's what they say. Anyway, that's nice. So moving ahead.
Yes.
So because we talked about the challenges, so what do you think they can do, young people can do to overcome some of those challenges as you've somehow pushed through?
Right.
So what do you think they can do? How they can succeed starting up little businesses?
I think all over the world, Nigerians are known for being such hard workers. We are known all over the world for our brilliance. I just pray we use that wisely in our own home, because I think we are destroying ourselves, and that's so painful. Because you have these God-given people, especially the Igbo people all over the world, we are known for being hard workers, and we are known for being such industrious people. So it would be a shame to come to our own country and we are destroying it with our own hands. So my goal is to teach them, listen, you need to honor everything around you. When somebody employs you, it's not a place for you to just sit around and talk on your phone. You only work when you see them coming around. No. Work as if I'm not there. Work as I honor you, and I need you to honor me back. My goods are my goods. They keep your hands off of it. You know, if we have that understanding, everything is fine. And I train my workers that way. I need you to respect yourself. I don't want to come behind you and say, oh, what are you doing every minute? No, if you're tired, go and take a break. When your break is over, regulate yourself to come back to work. You know.
You actually give breaks?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Everybody's supposed to have a break. Is a health issue. You know, even if it's every 5 minutes, you take 5 minutes break and come back. If you need to drink water, go and get water and drink. You know, drink it in peace and come back. You get more out of people when you respect them, for crying out loud. Why would you deny somebody from taking a break? You know, find ways comfortable for you to work. If you need to sit down to do your job, grab a seat and sit down. I'm not going to say, why are you sitting down? You're a human being. God has created you with wisdom and knowledge. You know, regulate yourself. So I'm trying to train my staff to just work without me being there, because I may not be there all the time. I travel back and forth. So I don't want to come back, and I don't have a business, you know. So regulate yourself. If you don't fit into my organization, I understand it. I'll thank you, and but you need to move on. But if you're here to work, you know, I'll encourage you to have that self-discipline within yourself.
Okay, now talking about the bureaucracies we're talking about, are there any ways you think can encourage a young person that is actually running a business right now, trying to sort of, and bureaucracy is the problem for the young person? How do you think they can, you know, maneuver it and come out of it?
Well, the thing is also having a dialogue with our local agencies to understand that for you to start up a business and you're requiring such huge amounts of money, so for licensing, and you're requiring huge amounts of money for this government thing and that government thing, and most of it doesn't even enter into the government part. So we need to cut off all that stuff. No young person is going to start a business in any of these states unless, you know, we take that serious, and that's the truth. You know, for us who are established, we can do it because, you know, it's part of the startup cost. But if you're a young person and somebody is requiring $1 million from you just to register your business, you know what I mean? So where is the rest of the money coming from for you to do the business after you finish sorting out all these people? You know, so that is a government responsibility they have to look into. You know, like I said, I believe in every nation, not just Nigeria. It's not the responsibility of the government to provide jobs for people, but they need to encourage individuals to, you know, get their feet wet. Whatever it is, a woman selling akara in the market is a businesswoman. You need to respect her. Don't don't hold her up in the road for 8 hours. It's not necessary because you went to Onisha to buy a bag of beans. You know what I mean? So you're costing the society by doing that. This person is not troubling you, asking you to give her a job. She just wants to do her own business. Help her. So our young people, we have a lot of them doing sewing business. We have a lot of them doing hair makeup, like you said. A lot of them do all kinds of private things now. They make chin-chin, they make all that by the side. These things does not cost the government anything. But when you hold them up for 10 hours trying to go get a bag of sugar, then it defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? So you just wasted your entire day. So for a big business, you might absorb it for a little while. But then you start thinking about, maybe I need to move to another state where things are working. You know what I mean? So we want to keep our youths here. We want to employ them. We want them to be happy. We want them trained. And if they want to move on to something else, then they have matured into that. Everybody benefits in a society, when everybody is doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay, so now actually the solution lies in cutting up all those bureaucracies.
Right.
We're actually running out of time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give out your last word of advice to the young person listening to you, because you've actually done it there and you're doing it here. You understand, you've made it there, and I pray you make it here too, because it works for us. Yes, because you've employed 15, that means the next year is my employed 30, 40, 50 and that. So what's your final word of advice to the young person watching you right now?
Okay. For everyone out there, you must be determined. There is nothing you do in life and succeed without hard work. You must be prepared to pay the price. So don't go to a place and say, oh, these people think they're going to use me. I didn't come out here for this kind of a thing. Humble yourself. Pay your own dues. Pay your own price. When I go to work, when I was working, I stand on my feet for 12 hours. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. I stay on my feet until my patient delivers before I even go and get a cup of coffee. Nobody's stopping me from, but it's the dedication in my heart. I want to see my patient through, make sure they are safe, make sure everything is done before I go and catch a break. So if you carry the same dedication within your own self, everything else good in life will come to you because you have treated somebody else's, with respect. The very same thing will come back to you. So, it's a good thing to learn as a young person.
Yeah.
Respect yourself, respect nature, respect other people, and then you will succeed. It's guaranteed.
Wow. So you've taken that from her. Respect.
Yes.
Be determined.
Yes.
Learn to honor your employers.
Yes.
You understand? Respect nature. Respect people around you. And that same fold will get back to you. So if you want to succeed in your business, the one you're doing for someone else, help you to succeed.
Thank you.
And that's it on the discussion segment of Generation Next TV show. Coming up after now is the Vox Pop and Quote for the Week segment. My name is ESTHER NMAJU. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mrs.
you,
Ola.
Esther.
I hope
I
to see
appreciate
you.
you.
And that time, actually. So for all of us right now, it's bye.
Love you all.
Hello there and welcome to the Vox Pop segment once more. I'm David Mokuri. I know it's been a while. A lot of you have been anticipating on Fridays. You tune into your favorite TV station and you're looking for Generation Next and it's nowhere to be found. Well, the good news is that we're back and we're back for better. Yeah, and today we'll be talking about something very, very exciting, and the topic is the different challenges that young entrepreneurs encounter in business. The richest black man in the world and the richest man in Africa, Aliko Dangote, once said it took him close to 30 years to build a business conglomerate. And a lot of youths aspire to become like him, but it's almost impossible because in business, in growing a business venture, tenacity of purpose, tenaciousness, of course, and perseverance are key factors in becoming very, very successful as an entrepreneur. And today we are going to the streets to find out people's opinions, to ascertain what they really think about the different challenges that young entrepreneurs face in business. Go nowhere, stay tuned in. I'll be right back.
My name is Martin Adi Kelly. The problem new entrepreneurs face is poor funding at first, because they won't be able to get money from bank loan, because they are new businesses, and banks only just give you a huge loan to start a business. So you have to work on the little money they have to grow business little by little. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Francis Odinaka, and challenges young entrepreneur face. I think the first is capital. Like that's one of the popular challenges we face, because these days, especially in our country, Nigeria, it's hard to, gain a lot of capital to start the business, and hiring staffs. When you're young, you don't have the experience, in getting the good staffs, quality. So hiring staffs is a challenge.